Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name's Baylie, and I can't believe that I'm saying that. This is going to be my first YouTube video. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my questions up here. So this is going to be the Booktube Newbie Tag, and that is what this channel is going to be about. It's going to be about books, all the book things, wrap-ups, reviews, hauls, just fun things like that, and I'm so excited. I've never done anything like this. I have always loved YouTube. I have been a viewer of YouTube since I was in, I don't know, 5th grade, at least middle school, but definitely love YouTube. I loved watching beauty, like the beauty videos and tutorials, hair, makeup, vlogs, all the things, and over the years my interest has changed. I still watch some, beauty community YouTube videos and things like that, but I have refound my love for books again. I had always loved books, but around my mid-teens, early 20s, I kind of got out of it, and then within this last 8 months I got really back into it. And so being 26, I'm different now than what I was when I was 12 and 13, and I've really changed the way that I choose books and the content and things like that. So I primarily want to make this channel about books, so we might have a few fun different things in there. But okay, so let's just jump into the tag. And I also have to say, I'm completely new at this. If the lighting is off, setup is probably going to change, all the things. So I just wanted to get this video out and just let y'all know what this channel will be about. Okay, so, and I also want to shout out, I think it's Pride and Paperback. I had just discovered her channel through book lover Amanda, and I was just going through her videos and I was loving them, and I saw that one of her, I think it might have been her very first video, was this tag. So I was like, why not? That's perfect. Y'all can get to know me and why I'm making it. Okay, so the first question is, why did you start this channel? And I basically already explained that, and just, I absolutely love reading, and I have just thoroughly enjoyed it these last 8 months to a year. I had always loved it, like I said, but just refound my love as an adult. I'm 26, and I have loved it so much. And I love this community, the Booktube community, especially the Christian Booktube, Amanda, Oshina, Taylor, just so many wonderful people encouraging me and uplifting me to do this and to start this. And I'm excited. It's something that I have just wanted to do for a very long time, so we're doing it. Okay, so the next question is, why do you love reading? And I think that this goes the same for a lot of people, partially as an escapism, just escaping the world I'm in and going into all these different worlds that are written, and it's just amazing. Like, I might be having a bad day and I can just pick up my book for a few minutes and just for a few minutes escape what's going on in my life, and to explore another world, and it's just fun. And also, I think I also picked up the love of reading from my mother. She has been a reader all of her life. I remember growing up, she just read and read and read. She literally has books and books and books, bookshelves, like just everything. And now, as she has gotten older, over the last several years, she's actually stopped reading. But it's kind of funny, she kind of stopped reading, and as I've gotten older, I have started reading again. So yeah, and the next question is, when did you start reading? I started reading at a very young age. Of course, my mom loved books, and so she really loved taking me and my brother, to the library and all the things, and we had AR tests in school. I think it's accelerated reading tests, AR tests. And so we would have to choose a book, and read it, of course, and then go and take a test and see how good we scored on the test and our knowledge and all those things. And I just remember, like, I don't even remember what grade, but I think it was 3rd grade. I can't remember the name of the book, but it was like a 408-page book or something. It was a pretty long book, and I was always a good reader. And let me make sure I'm on track with this. When did you start reading? When I was younger. I'm kind of getting off track, but I do want to say this because I remember vividly in 3rd grade, I read that book. I can't remember the name, but I read that really long book, and I loved the story. And it was about this girl and her dog, her pet, and they would go on adventures. But I remember it being so good, and I loved it, and I read it within a week, and I was like, I felt so accomplished because I was just this little 3rd grader, and I read a 400+ page book in a week, and I just was so excited to take the AR test. And that's my, I guess in a way, my competitive side. I was like, yes. So yeah, so especially 3rd grade and on, I kind of slowed down reading in high school, and I picked it up some here and there, like when the Hunger Games came out. And I didn't read the Divergent series, but that was around the same time for me, and things like that, and Harry Potter, of course. So also, so let's go on. What book or series got you into reading? That's really hard because so many books over the years. Like I said, I started a little younger just because my mom loved reading, and it kind of rubbed off on me. But I vividly, of course, Harry Potter. I grew up with that. I actually grew up watching the movies more than reading the books, but I have read all the books, and I did that growing up. It was my brother who read the books first and then would watch the movies as they'd come out. So I guess I would say Harry Potter. And then as like a preteen teenager, I think I was like 14, I was down south at my grandparents' house in South Carolina, and I remember watching a YouTube video, and this girl mentioned The Summer I Turned Pretty series by Jenny Han. And I remember my mom buying me the first book, and I was testing it out, and I loved it. I read it so fast. And so I was like, Mom, I've got to read the other 2 books in the series. And the 3rd book had just come out, and she ordered them for me on Amazon and sent them to my grandparents' house. And I read them, and I remember reading the last book in like 2 hours. Like, I binged it. So I would say that series, and then Harry Potter and Hunger Games. So I know that's kind of a lot, but it's just been different stages in my life where I've read more than others. So where do I read? Well, I love to read, in my bed, when I'm laying down at night, really anywhere. My parents will watch television or whatever, and I'll just sit there and read because I'm not too big on TV anymore. That's another thing. Ever since I've picked reading back up, I hardly really watch television. And I love reading, so I'll read downstairs in my family room with my family. I'll go sit on the porch, in the car, just really wherever. What kind of books do I like to read? Now, this is where it's changed. I personally believe that they do not write books anymore, like Harry Potter and the Hunger Games and all those books, because those were just so unique, and that was just such a time to be alive and be in the reading game. So I do love books like Hunger Games and Harry Potter, but it's kind of bad because every time I go to read like a fantasy or dystopian novel, I compare them all to those books, and so it's not really fair, but I do. So I'm primarily read romance, contemporary romance, Christian fiction, Christian romance, all those things. I read some nonfiction, and it's typically Christian based. I'll read a mystery or a thriller here or there. My brother's been really into that lately, and my mom loved reading romance and like thrillers and mystery, and my dad loves reading mystery. So I'll occasionally pick it up, like if they give me a book that they really love, I'll pick it up and read it. So that's mainly it. I do love a few classics. I've not read as many as I hoped, but hopefully that will change. I do love Pride and Prejudice. What are you most excited for with this new channel? Honestly, community, and talking about books that I love. Like I said, you know, my brother, my mom, my dad, they all kind of read different book genres than me. I love romance, you know, the Christian fiction, and my mom likes those, but she's not reading as much as she used to. So I really don't have anybody to talk about my favorite books with, and that's why I went to YouTube and Instagram, and I was finding this amazing community, especially in the Christian community, because I was reading at the beginning of the year more, I guess, secular books like Colleen Hoover, Emily Henry, which I still really enjoyed some of those books, but I just found that sometimes the content would just be too much for me, and I wouldn't always, like, inside I wouldn't feel good after reading some of them, and so that's why I really try to get into finding more clean and Christian fiction. And I remember vividly searching several months ago Christian fiction romance book reviews, and the very first video that popped up was Oshina at Oshina Gotta Read 'Em All. And here lately I was exclusively watching her just because I had found her. I loved her videos. She's an amazing person, amazing personality. She has the best book recommendations, and I've just started finding all these other people through her, and they all read such a variety. They're all kind of within this whole Christian community, but they read fantasy, they read mystery and thriller, they read romance, they read historical fiction, and so I'm just really excited to branch out and just to be in this community and to find new books and discover new loves within the book world. And the second last question, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? That's a really hard question for me because I don't know. I'm so new to this. I think I would ask them how they got over that fear of just starting a channel. Like, this is kind of scary, you know. I've never put myself out there, and you know, and I'm just not a person to put myself out there. I'm more of a introverted, shy, quiet person until I get to know people. And so I would say just getting over that initial just fear or nervousness of putting yourself out there on the internet. So that would be my question. And what challenges will be the hardest to overcome with this channel? And I would say pretty much what I just said. It's just getting over that fear of what people will think of me, and also the challenge of having to watch myself and hear myself on video because I'm not a fan of that. But you know, I think over time it will just get easier, and I also think that this channel will help me to just open myself up and to be a little bit more outgoing and to put myself out there more. And yeah, so that's it. I didn't answer one question, and it was the second question, I think, and it says, or the third, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? And honestly, I think this is pretty much what everybody has said, is everyone's unique and different. I will have totally different opinions on something, you know, a book that I read, than the next person, and that's okay. And that's one reason why I love Booktube, is because I want to hear everybody's opinions and takes, and hear the things they love and hear the things they don't. And I just think everybody can bring something. So just learning to really be myself and to bring my thoughts and opinions, and if surprisingly people want to hear them, awesome. I'm so happy, and I promise I'll get better at talking too. I never realized how much I say until I'm listening to myself. But so that's pretty much it. I'm very excited for this channel. It's all very new to me, like I've said multiple times, and I just think it will get better over time. I'll get more comfortable, I'll get more creative, and you know, things will change, life will change, and I'm just so excited to start this. So if y'all have any recommendations or book recommendations, video recommendations, tips on editing and filming and everything, please let me know below. My bookstagram is at Baylie's Bookshelf, Baylie, Baylie's Bookshelf, and yeah, I'm so excited. I hope y'all enjoy this video, enjoy this tag. Hopefully it's not too bad, and I'm so excited to film more and just to get out of my comfort zone. I think the next video will probably be a July wrap-up because it is the end of the month, and I'm excited. I can't wait to see everybody else's wrap-ups. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great weekend. Bye!